Hey everybody, Chris, Bar None Off Grid. Been trying to make this video for a couple of weeks now and just hasn't worked out, but about 10 days ago, jacked up my hand. Went to the emergency room last week, found out I had a blood infection to go along with it, so that's been a lot of fun. But I'm finally getting to it, so I'm just going to get straight into the point. This is all about materials and cost of this DIY ground mount system that I built, adjustable. So let's just get right into it. Right off the bat, we had two 10-foot Schedule 40 metal conduit pipes mounted in the ground to, well, obviously to mount the brackets to mount the panels. And two Schedule 4, or the two 10-foot Schedule 40 pipes, those were $24.06 a piece for a total of $48.12. Then we have the two brackets that I fabricated. I picked up the sheet aluminum at a metal shop. Obviously, you probably don't have to use aluminum. If you want to, if you have the tools and abilities to cut and mill out steel, you could use steel. But they are 12-inch by 18 with a 2-inch 90 bend, 6061 structural aluminum. And at the metal shop that I picked those up from, just for the plate with the bend, were $30 a piece. So that's $60. I also made a slight adjustment to those brackets, so they adjust on the panels a lot better than how I had originally designed that. I'll go ahead and show you guys that near the end when I show you guys how this thing adjusts. And from there, I originally used 4 2¼ muffler brackets, but with the modification, I took one off each side. But those muffler brackets, reason I use those is they have the hard metal spacer that cinch against the post, so it gave a nice tight flat surface for the bracket to sit against. And those were $2.50 a piece, so originally 10, but since I only used 2, I'm going to knock it down to 5 just for calculation purposes. Then we have the 8 lengths of 12 gauge 10-foot super strut. Those are $22.58 a piece for a total of $180.64, and you can pretty much pick up super strut and any of its accessories at Home Depot or Blows. It's a very common electrical item on the electrical aisle, so check there. And then we have 16 super strut U-bolts. Those are $3.94 a piece for a total of $63.04. And the super strut bolts or U-bolts are really nice because obviously they're made for it, and they cinch the two together with phenomenal strength. So I would not cut a corner on that one if I were you. Then to attach the super struts to the brackets on the posts, we've got, I'll just name all 4 of them right off the bat because it's easier that way. 4 of each 3/8 by 1.5 inch stainless steel bolts, 4 3/8 inch washers, 4 3/8 inch lock washers, and 4 3/8 inch nuts for a total of $3.08. Then from there, it is to secure the 6 panels with 4 nuts a piece. That was 24 1/4 inch strut nuts with a nylon cone. They're $3.24 for a 5-pack. Bought 5 packs for a total of $16.20. So, and if you couldn't see the strut nut inside the super strut all that well, this is what they look like. And they essentially just slide right into the super strut and secure themselves in with these wings, and then and then you just screw your bolt right into it and it cinches it up tight against the super strut. And then for those to secure the panels was 24 1/4" by 1" stainless steel bolts. Well, it's kind of hard to show because it's on the underneath, but there's a lip on the panels, and centered these under the mounting holes and just bolted them right down. So from there, that was actually everything. It might look complex, but it really isn't that complex. But the total cost of the entire system was racking system was $379.88. So when you look at that in comparison to, you go to any solar company and look at the racking systems that they sell, they all start around $1,000 essentially for a ground mount system, and that's not even adjustable. So if you put it into comparison, for an all metal system that's adjustable, this is really, as far as I know, the best DIY route that you could probably go with it. Do you have to use all these materials? I would say probably not. You could make it some adjustments to save some money. Like, you wouldn't necessarily have to use the 2 1/4" conduit. That might shave off a few dollars. You could probably set up the same system with, say, a 4x6, something like that. But other than that, I don't think you can really cut a whole lot of corners elsewhere as far as strength and durability of the super struts to mount the panels on. So, I mean, you can get obviously creative with it and use some ideas and alterate it to whatever you can see. But ultimately, I'm pretty happy with the system. It's really strong, it's rigid, it takes a wind load, and most importantly, it's adjustable to the seasons, so you can optimize your sun throughout the season. So I will do a total breakdown of all the parts and materials at the end of this video. So you have a nice list if you want to jot it down or try this racking system out, and the total cost breakdown. And just before I do that, I will show you guys exactly how easy and how nice this is to adjust. So this was the modification that I made to the bracket, and I don't know why I didn't see it earlier, because it's so damn simple. Because originally I marked my pivot point where this bolt is and used the other muffler bracket, thinking, that would help it slide the way I envisioned in my head, and it wasn't really sliding the way I liked it to. And then it just kind of dawned on me, all my calculations and marks are based off this one pivot point. So I thought, why not just drive a straight hole through it and put it on a bolt, and that simplifies the whole thing to make it swing nice and easy. And because originally with the muffler brackets, when I'd loosen it to try to adjust, these brackets would get all cockeyed and kind of wrench down, and it made everything really, really difficult to move. So that is actually what I came up with. It actually dawned on me while I was driving to the hardware store to pick up different bolts. So if you do decide to build this, I highly recommend that you just don't even deal with these grooves right here or notches. Just right off your center pivot point, drill a hole straight through it, straight through your pipe, and a single bolt. And then the muffler bracket down here is solely for adjusting. So the big 3/8 by 3.5 inch bolt up there kind of carries the entire weight of the system, and this just helps tighten it up when you've adjusted it where you want it to be. Another thing, I also, when I switched over to a center bolt, I also left the original bracket from the muffler bracket in there to act as a spacer, so everything stays squared up and consistent. So we'll loosen the muffler bracket first to take the tension off and give the weight to the upper pivot bolt. on both sides. Yeah, you can loosen those ones as much as you need to because they're not really holding weight. Now that all the weight's on the pivot bolt, we'll loosen those to adjust.
Here it comes. Should move.
You might have to loosen these just a skosh more.
It's coming slowly.
Down or up?
I'm putting it down.
So now that all the nuts are loosened, we can adjust the panels up or down.
You want me to push it down?
Yeah, go down. Boom. And then that would be a winter position. In the summer, lift her right back up.
You gotta loosen it a little bit. It feels like.
Is it too heavy? Nope, there she goes.
It was bound a little.
Go up, and that's literally as simple as it is. And that is all it takes to adjust these panels to whatever degree you need. And then come back in, tighten your pivot nut.
It's not.
Oh, whoa, whoa, push up. You can finish the tension with the muffler bracket. And then tighten the muffler bracket, and then she's not going anywhere. So that is it. That's how easy, after that modification on the bracket, that's how easy these panels move. You could make one slight modification to, where is it? To what I'll call the vertical mounts for the panels, and slide everything up towards the back, maybe 6 inches to a foot, and that'll balance it a little more to the rear end, so it doesn't want to swing down every time you loosen it. And it'll probably lift and drop a little easier, because right now how it sits, everything is perfectly centered on here, but because it's cocked forward just a little bit, when you loosen it, it automatically wants to swing down due to the weight. So if you slid everything back, that would remedy that. If you do build this and you try something like that, definitely let me know. I would love to hear about it. But that's pretty much it. You know, I think this system worked out really well. I hope some other people out there try it. And I'm going to leave the materials and costs list right after this. But thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope you try this racking system, because personally I love it already, and it's not even hooked up to batteries yet. So so if you like this and you want to see and follow more of this build, you know, please like, subscribe, hit that notification so you get notified of the next one as we start to put this system together, because the next thing is hooking all the electronics up, charge controller, batteries, panel, breakers, all that mess inside the container. So thanks again. We'll see you next time.